We've made it! I hope you enjoyed your travel over the ocean from one continent to another. We now find ourselves at the western edge of Koopa Land, which is, as you may have guessed, home to the Koopa Troopa clan. Now, Koopas are quite a bit more advanced than Goombas, and the complexity of their world shows it. Additionally, there is greater variety in the different Koopa races versus the Goomba, so expect to see a number of new faces here. One thing not to expect? Goombas. It's not so much that they're not allowed to be here, but when the Goomba clan splintered off and founded Goomba Land, the Koopa clan demanded that they have their own world too. Things got a little messy for a while, but we're not here to discuss politics. We're here to enjoy the final moments of the land of the Koopas. For those paying attention, you may see a trend forming here. Yes, like the Goombas, the Koopas also have a fringe village on the edge of their continent. Simplicity is once again the overlying motif in the settlement. However, unlike Goomba Village, Koopa Village demonstrates a bit more complexity in its design, if only by a bit. Towards the east side of the village is the BBC headquarters. That was a big deal when they got that in there. New continent, new civilizations to pay their due. By the looks of things, they haven't heard what happened in Goomba Land. Maybe they did, but they just don't care. Ha! Tragically, that may actually be true. I think I sense a two-shroom coming on. I'm gonna squat till I flash. Nice! Squat and go. Shells will be flying. En masse. The following portion of our tour is sponsored by Mushtop Enterprises, Inc. Koopa Village's most popular couples attraction is a rustic resort by the name of Mushtop Suites. For 200 coins per night, you can enjoy a stay in an efficient-sized room large enough for an intimate couple. The rooms rest upon giant mushroom tops. Try walking outside barefoot, you'll love it, and overlook the village below. The only argument here is whether the sunrises are better or the sun sets. Book your room today to find out. Goombas need not apply. Mario and the gang had leveled the village and reached its far side not a moment too soon before their latest mutation had worn off. No worries though, these things come and go. What's up with that? When traveling around, it's considered best practice to leave no trace. I think we've been doing a great job at that so far. How do you say? I think our travels have been pretty messy so far. We're doing a great job at leaving no trace of their existence. Got him, Toadette! Oh my god! Just beyond the far reaches of Koopa Village lies an orchestrated pile of rocks, pipes, and vines. These pipes and vines reach straight up into the heavens, ending who knows where. I'll tell you where. It's a swanky estate known as Koopa Luxury Heights. And when they call it luxury, they're really underselling it. It should be luxury with 3 X's in it, because that's just how fancy the place is. So here's the deal. You don't live here if you don't have some serious money. Like, enough gold coins to puncture right through the clouds that make up your floor. And yes, I said clouds. Koopa Luxury Heights is a golden brick complex built upon enchanted clouds high in the sky. They say on clear days you can see all the way to Land's End from up here. Magnificent. Locals in this region consist of the obscenely wealthy, the positively posh, the fabulously famous, and the most politically influential Koopas in the entire Mushroom Kingdom. Commoners are barred from setting foot in this place without proper written permission, lest they receive a swift visitation from the Paratroopa Patrol, always on watch for those who don't belong. Due to this mandate, tours are not allowed here, but it appears Team Mario failed to read the signage upon entry. Whoa, people actually live up here? Not people, yuppies. I don't like the way they're looking at me. Eat the rich! After ascending layer upon endless layers of cleanly landscaped clouds, the gang finally reaches the pinnacle of Koopa Luxury Heights. And here we find the Jewel in the Sky, or the Second Sun. Formerly known as Koopa Citadel, this masterfully crafted miniature castle reflects so much light that it is sometimes confused as the sun from people living down on the surface below. Its other claim to fame is its mind-boggling hanging basements, which actually extend below the cloud surface on which the Citadel stands. All told, Koopa Citadel is a must-see for anyone lucky enough to find themselves, legally, in Koopa Luxury Heights. It seems those funny looks Mario was getting earlier have faded. Maybe the resident Koopas have warmed up to him. Perhaps it was all of the friction burns. In the words of the famed scientist Mr. Isaac Newton, what comes up must come down. After the group trashes Koopa Citadel, they take the nearby set of pipes back down to the other side of the mound of rocks, vines, and pipes they visited earlier. Ahead from here is a steep drop-off that flows into the maw of the earth known as Hammer Valley. Local legends say it's named as such because it's a valley, and it's inhabited primarily by Hammer Bros. History books are pretty thin on this place. Anyway, while Koopa Luxury Heights was under attack, some reasonably panicked politicians sent out a distress signal alerting Koopa Land of their dire situation. Now, Koopas are known to band together, even more than Goombas do, and that goes double when you mess with their VIPs of society. Once the Hammer Bro Armada heard news of Koopa Luxury Heights' devastation, they quickly scrambled to meet Mario and friends as they approached Hammer Valley. I think it's going to be a long night for our heroes. Are you kidding me? These savages are throwing hammers at us? I have a headache just thinking about it. Look how the drones come to defend the queen when she's under attack. Moths to a flame. Fools! Oof. Had I known we were throwing a hammer party, I would have brought my own. Mario, I'm feeling bloated. Think it was the Koopasta we had in the heights? Flakatoo bombers incoming! Let's jet! After narrowly avoiding to the face what was technically way less than half of the available hammers raining from above, Mario and team reached the other side of the devilish Hammer Valley. What the heck, man? How do they even have that many hammers on them? Never underestimate a hammer, bro. Even the young ones. Everywhere I look, I still see hammers. This guy's gone full-blown PTSD. We need to get him out of here. Over there, a cave entrance ahead. Looks quiet. Let's head that way. Just beyond the far lip of Hammer Valley lies the entrance to Koopa Crypt, the final resting place for Koopakin that have run out of continues. Koopist clergy purports that individuals laid to rest in this sacred space would get to enjoy eternal life. Turns out they were right, but not the way they expected. Koopas laid here do indeed live forever, but in the form of dry bones. When the body is there, but the mind is gone, you've got yourself a dry bones. Don't cry for dry bones when you vaporize their skeletons, for they are already dead. Mario, I don't like the way this place looks. Maybe we should go back outside. Oh, you want more hammers? Sure, let's turn around. Ma! Stuck between raining iron and the land of the dead? Just my day. Looks like I should have brought my hammer, and you should have brought your poltergust. Wait, there's ghosts here too? Koopa Crypt is a vast complex of chambers, graves, and bottomless pitfalls. It appears to be carved by hand beneath the small mountain that rests above it. But by who? No one knows. So mysterious is the crypt that its true depths have yet to be charted. Some say that the plunges go all the way down to the underwear itself. Brave few have taken the dive to find out, but none have returned to tell the tale. Tourism at the Koopa Crypt is a bit anemic. While carefully guided tours have been established by the Koopa Land Council, not many take up the offer, often preferring to visit more popular locations such as Koopa City. And what a shame! In all its dreary scenery and excess of death, there's actually quite a subdued beauty to the crypts. The entrance from the world outside puts you immediately into the silent vestibule, where visiting patrons are blessed with a shower of holy stars. This fills the recipient with light and power. Koopist clergy propose that this energy is pure distilled life force rising from the spirits below. Spooky! After passing through the vestibule, patrons now find themselves standing before a great chamber, unfathomably large with air still as ice. Pass carefully and respectfully through the cemetery past the rows of unmarked graves, treacherous tombs, and loose cannon thwomps that are all too willing to crush unsuspecting visitors. See, that wasn't so bad. We were invincible the whole time. I somehow didn't feel so invincible. Look, a chapel up ahead, over the bridge. How many more rotten cadavers do we gotta send back to the underwear? At the end of the cemetery stands the mausoleum. Disputed by the Koopa's clergy, this large structure was either used as a house of worship or a house of condemnation. Either way, the interior appears to be beautifully furnished and crafted by artisans' hands. However, the door leading inside was sealed shut some unknown years ago, so tourists will simply have to settle for looking through the ornate stained glass windows. Still, the Koopa Crypt mausoleum is considered one of the best kept secrets in Koopa Land. Mama friggin' Mia! That giant thwomp almost killed us! Screw that thwomp! Do you see the size of the bones in that pit? That carrion turtle must have been huge! There appears to be a pipe below the yonder heap of bones. Is there more here? Only one way to find out. Or there's another way to find out. We can just take this back door here. Mario! Our tour here hasn't ended just yet. Tales from surviving explorers speak of an endless chamber of catacombs lost deep below the crypt. These catacombs consist of pillars of fashioned stone reaching down farther than any candle can light. After an expedition by the famed explorer Captain Toad, he described that you could drop a rock down into the abyss and never hear it hit the ground. Upon the aforementioned pillars are carved horizontal slots large enough to house Koopa deceased, many of which are filled with even more dry bones. I can't remember what I lost count of first, the number of D-bones or the number of times I soiled my pants, quoth the intrepid Captain Toad. It goes deeper still. It actually smells like death here, and that's not even a dig at the stinking Koopas. Mario, I'm looking down. Don't. But everywhere is down! How far down do you think it goes? I can see the wandering eyes of boneheads everywhere. We clean up what we can, then we move on. Same plan as always. Poor Luigi. He'll probably be having nightmares over this for years to come. On the bright side, he's also killed a lot of people on this journey, so that may help keep him up at night to avoid the nightmares. I think that's called homeopathic medicine. The gang emerged from the back end of the crypt, looking like Koopezus walking out of his tomb. Oh god, life! I thought I'd never return! Quit being a puss-puss. That place freaking ruled. Look, I grabbed one of their ribs on the way out. It's my souvenir. Put that back, you'll curse us! No way, puss-puss. I'm gonna use this as a sick boomerang when we get into Koopa City. You're sick! Speaking of which, Koopa City is up ahead. Bring your A-game. They know we're coming. How could we conclude our tour of Koopa Land without visiting its famous capital, succinctly dubbed Koopa City? The heart of Koopa Land, located on the northeastern corner of the continent, this city thrives as the epicenter of entertainment, business, and arts in the whole Mushroom Kingdom. It's the place young, aspiring Koopas move to with stars in their eyes, seeking fame, wealth, and glory. But don't think only Koopa Troopas are eligible to these opportunities, for this city is highly welcoming to all blood relatives of the Koopa. It is not uncommon to spot the occasional Hammer Bro, Spiny, or even Boom Boom. A distant relative, but it still counts. Not unlike Goomba City, Koopa City has a canyon severing the metropolis from the traversable mainland. Fun fact, there never used to be such a worldly fracture in this location. You see, when the Goombas founded Goomba City over in Koopa Land, they strategically built their capital on the far side of a naturally occurring ravine. Inspired by this tactic, the Koopa Council of Koopa City mandated a canyon be dug in front of the city reaching all the way to the ocean. And make it bigger than theirs, damn it! We will not be outdone by Goombas. Fortunately for visitors, tourists, and commuters alike, spanning the man-made canyon is a jaw-dropping, flat-top bridge, sturdy and wide enough to accommodate traffic during even the most demanding times of the day. An engineering marvel, the Bridge to the Best City in the Mushroom Kingdom serves as a symbol of Koopa City's strength and security. Looking to pop the big question? Over 40 Koopa couples get engaged on the bridge every year. While we're here, make sure to buy your model bridge replica in the gift store before there's no more gift store. Or bridge. Cool! They have a huge bridge leading into the city. It's quiet. Too quiet. Hey guys, heads up. There's a bullet bill heading our way. Is it tossing rocks? That's not a bullet bill. That's a bonsai bill. And it's taking out the bridge. Get back! Retreat! Well, that was something. It seems the Koopa Council was indeed prepared for Mario's great rampage, and it appears they felt the need to make the tough choice by taking out their own beloved bridge. You have to give the Council credit, though. Through their great sacrifice, they have prevented Mario and company from entering their sacred city, saving their people and preserving their way of life. Well, that was close. I can't believe they took out their own bridge. Bastards! What now, big bro? Hey, this hut says utility zone access. Maybe there's another way into the city. Say no more. If there's one skeleton down there, I'm out. Like any proper megalopolis, there exists a series of corridors, pipes, shafts, and ducts located beneath the foundations of the city itself. Diligent technicians labor day in and day out in these dingy tunnels, making sure everything above is working as it should without so much as a hiccup. Fortunately for our heroes, these service passageways serve as a perfect way to sneak into Koopa City with no one expecting what was about to happen. Indeed, the citizens didn't seem to display any sense of peril at all on the other side. Quite the contrary. Secure in the blissful thought that their city had been saved and the attackers thoroughly deterred, the people went back to doing what they normally do. I believe this is referred to as hubris. Proud and tall is the city. Smaller buildings are seldom to be found. The majority of the architecture is comprised of large high-rise and skyscraper-type buildings, each tower surpassing the magnitude of the last. This healthy sense of architectural competition is echoed in the microcosm of the emboldened citizens and their pursuits of ever-growing greatness. If the former bridge to the best city in the Mushroom Kingdom is considered the #1 attraction at Koopa City, then what would be #2? I'm glad you asked. No visitor can possibly pass through the shelled city without taking a gander at the greatest monument to Koopadom the world has ever seen. Constructed in 35 AK by master artist Koopalangelo, Nos ambulavi in quator potest pure ita ut dobos is an 8-block tall statue depicting a nude proto-Koopa man, a close genetic cousin to the modern-day Koopa Troopa. Its title translates to, "We walked on 4 so that we may run on 2." The statue was commissioned by the Koopa Council to commemorate their ability to stand on 2 feet without falling over, and to rub it in the faces of proto-Koopas everywhere. Oh geez, this is what these people consider art? Snap! This one's going in my cringe collection. I don't know, guys, I think it's pretty neat. Smash it! No one will remember who they were. Well, the air quality around here seems to be deteriorating quickly, so how about we move along? But what would you know? We're out of attractions here in Koopa Land. The only thing left to do from here is to take another Continental flight to our next wonderful destination. Bon voyage, and I'll see you on the other side. Dustified another city. Scratch that off our to-do list. Checked! Well, that's all the enemy territory, save for Bowser Land. We diving into the belly of the beast now? Not yet. Bowser can wait. I hear there's another continent beyond the horizon line. Huge concentration of people in a lost city. You mean Monstro Land? Monstro Land? That place went downhill ages ago. It's all overgrown and barely inhabited. No one goes out there anymore. Appearances can be deceiving. I think there's more beneath the surface if we look. Then it's settled. Come on, our Continental flight's waiting. Oh, fortune! As Team Mario was riding the Continental flight to the far-off Monstro Land, a fleet of treasure ships crossed paths with the flight line. Holy ship! Are those money boats? So it is. They must be on their way back to Bowser Land. How do you know they're on their way back to Bowser Land? They're full of money. Whosever it was, it's now his. Cha-ching! And now it's all mine! Toad, wait! It's fine, Mario. We're over international waters right now. Stealing isn't illegal. Luigi, we still have bills to pay back at home, Mario. I'll cover us this month. Mamma mia. Due to the detour in their flight, the gang misses their destination at the western edge of Monstro Land. There, they would have been greeted by the sparkling, pristine waters of Spike Lake. Instead, after robbing the treasure ships blind, they kept an eye out for the nearest warp pipe cloud to get as close as they could to their original destination. And luck was on their side once again, as they found a pipe that landed them just off the coast of Monstro Land. That's the good news. The bad news? The majority of Monstro Land's landmass shoots up to a staggering elevation above the waters below, and the cliffs separating it from the azure tides offer no safety net for those without wings. Sticker Star! Editor's note: Sticker Star is an explicative profanity used in the Mushroom Kingdom. Watch your mouth around the lady, Mario. No, it's alright, Luigi. I think we totally Sticker Starred ourselves. My only regret was running out of room to grab more loot. Not helping, Toad. We were supposed to be turning Spike Lake into an infernal cauldron by now. Look, the shore is just a short swim away. Maybe we can find a way up. Sticker Star, dude. That's a really tall cliff. I ain't no puss, but that seems extreme. Let's investigate. That is what Mario brought us here for, am I right? Right. We're getting up there, one way or another.